if you can't really do it, then you really don't know what it's like.
Aha!
You know, it's getting really warm in here.
It really is getting warm in here.
Yeah, we need to stop having a National Coming Out Day.
Ooh!
It's getting harder for me to pretend I'm not me.
Well, you are you. That's the point. Oh, hi, GenderBlenders.
Oh,
Welcome to week 141.
yeah. Oh, 141?
Yeah. We've done 141 GenderBlenders.
Oh.
So this National Coming Out Day was the 11th.
I say, thank goodness it's every week, though. Like
That's
that.
right.
I almost start to feel like Moses, 141.
Well, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, anyway.
So what is your coming out story, and what advice do you have to give those students? So what is your coming out story?
I don't know. I'm a bit rusty at this because I never. It's the first time I've ever done it.
So you're going to come out?
Yeah. So I'm trying to come out again. I'm actually not a guy. I'm actually a girl with pink hair. Yeah. My hair's all messed up, though. Let's see.
Well, that's from coming
I
out.
don't know if I do this. I don't know if I did that very well.
Yay! That works.
I know.
Yeah, see? So you've come out.
I just came out again for the second time.
For the second time? Second time today, right?
Yeah. I was pretending not to be me. It's hard to do.
So if you're you, what is one of your favorite all-time things? We're going to see if
peppermint ice cream.
She's really hurt. Oh, that's true. I do.
All right. Peanut butter cookies and meat. What are you doing with my box of cheeses? She snuck into my closet.
Yeah.
You stay out of my closet. I have trouble enough getting in there.
So that's my coming out.
That's no fair. That's no fair when you go in and drag somebody else out.
Which actually is... sometimes, you know, we have to drag people out kicking and screaming out of that their closet.
Oh, it doesn't work.
That never works, so does it?
No, it don't. In all actuality, everybody, a National Coming Out Day, I don't know why we have that other than the fact that we're looking for something to celebrate. In reality, when people are ready to come out of a closet,
yep.
You don't just come out. We've done that. Because it really was the only way we could come out before.
Yeah.
But with all the help and stuff that's available today, a person who needs to come out needs to seek, which is available just about anywhere, someone whom they can use as a coach for coming out.
Yeah.
That because there's a lot of things that you have to face today.
Yeah.
Including, your family. And whether you're coming out as being gay or being lesbian, or, by the way, as we were saying on our other channel stuff, G is for guy and L is for ladies. So therefore, G is for gay, which would be guy. L is for ladies, which would be lesbian. Also, of course, the B would be bisexual, and then the T, which is transsexual, which is us.
Mm-hmm.
Transgender, well, if you're going to claim to be transgender, you're going to have to discuss what it is that you're transgendered about.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, because transgender covers so many different things.
That umbrella term thingy.
Yeah, so you gotta watch which term you use.
Yeah, and the whole thing about having the letters LGBT is that they be nouns, that they be definitives. And you can't be definitive without using an umbrella term. Yeah, my coming out story was that I needed to come out. I had to come out. I wanted to come out and was told I couldn't. It was refused by the state of Ohio back in 1991. And also, coming out late caused me to go through a large deal that almost killed me. Yeah. At the end of last year. Since that if I hadn't came out, I wouldn't be here with us today.
Yeah.
So how rude. But you need to have someone you can depend upon. And today there's so many societies and people out there that can help people coming out. Or send them to one of us who came out, who know how to share the experiences and know how to handle that when it
Yeah.
comes to the young people coming out of the closets. It's not something that you just do on your own today.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
As
can,
readily.
you know,
As readily.
it's not certainly not easy in any event. It wasn't easy back then. It's not easy now.
Right.
But you know, certainly.
Well, now you can find support. Back then, you couldn't find support if you did it.
That's exactly the point. If you
Yeah.
have support,
Yeah.
have a coach, have a mentor,
Yeah.
somebody that you can turn to, so that when you're coming out, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening.
Yeah.
You
True.
know, you're going to have to come out to your family, and they're not going to necessarily understand.
Or you accept.
Or accept. Certainly, they're not going to accept it. Well, not
Some.
certainly, but some of them will not likely to accept. Some will.
Mm-hmm.
As you'll find out, there's going to be some things that are more traumatic than others.
Mm-hmm.
Some things that you thought were going to be
Well,
a big problem.
Well, in reality, and I know that sometimes we have to find these words, but that's what I do because since I teach.
Mm-hmm.
Today is a lot easier for families to accept you when you're coming out because there's a lot more information out there available for the families to get understanding from.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas back when I came out, there was no one for the families to turn to. There was no one to come with me to explain to my family. And my family, when they decided they didn't want to accept me, there was no one for me to turn to.
Yeah.
So today it is a lot different because there's a lot more social development both in the schools and in public society.
Yeah.
A lot more tolerance today where there wasn't any tolerance when I was growing up and you were growing up.
That's right.
And there's a lot more information available to help parents and brothers and sisters and other siblings and stuff like that to cope with and to better understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, it is up to them to go and get educated because I've always said you cannot educate someone that already thinks they know.
Right.
The only thing you can do is let them know how uneducated they are. But you're going to offend them no matter what.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways of coming out. Tonight, I'm wearing probably the least amount of makeup I've ever worn before. Surprise! I wear makeup. But it helps me.
You do?
When you're when you're a girl, you're a girl. When you're a guy, you're a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to claim to be one or the other, you should be trying the best each day. To be the best and to be all that you can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Don't, say, oh, hey, look at me, and you're sitting here. Today I am going to be a girl, but, hey, you're going to have to accept the fact that I like to have a beard. Dude. I know. But, we have people who are sitting there going, okay, well, today I'm a guy.
A bearded lady?
Today I'm a guy, and then that's acceptable, and then the very next time or the very next week they turn around and they say, okay, well, today I'm a girl. And they still have the same beard. They haven't changed their appearance at all. I'm going, wait a minute. Isn't that why we had Barnum and Bailey in the three-ring circus?
Either that or what you do is put a little sign on your forehead today, girl.
Yeah. Let somebody know.
That helps. That provides some clue. Yeah. But all of those things for coming out of the closet is actually all good advice. Having a mentor, having somebody that's doing it, go and do it when you're ready. Come out. But it doesn't help you. It doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't help anyone when you're trying the tomfoolery.
Yeah, when you go out, go back in and go out and go back in and go out.
Picture yourself when you're coming out as a rebirth.
Yeah. Because it is a rebirth.
How many people do you know who are capable when you come out of going back into your mother's womb?
Yeah.
Okay. When you come out, you have to think of it along those terms.
There's actually a good reason for having the symbol for transsexual people being a butterfly.
Yes. Yes. Well, you can't go back into the cocoon.
No.
And neither should gays or lesbians. It's just not a good practice.
No, it's not. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your mental attitude.
And it makes people wonder if you're, in fact, because if you're not genuine,
turns you
then why? Then how? Yes. how can you be asking for genuine acceptance or genuine rights and privileges?
Yeah, so
you have to be, stop being disgenuine. You have to be genuine.
Yeah.
Okay? Be genuine. Be all that you can be. I think we've talked about this before.
Every day, come out and do something a little bit better that
for yourself
helps you just a little bit more.
Yes, and don't worry about focusing on what you are.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest problem that we have today. If I had to focus every single day on, you already know. I mean, I can't show you. I'm not going to show you on here. But I've tried committing suicide twice. I'm a survivor, and I'm glad that I survived. I've now transitioned. I'm now post-op. I'm faking right now, trying to look good. And I hope I'm doing a good job because I'm still cut up all over the place and I'm still healing. I'm only like 1 month and I've got a total of 3 months in healing to do for my surgery that I just got back from Thailand. So I'm trying to look my best for all of you because I want you guys to know that there is light on the other side of the tunnel, on the other end of the tunnel.
Yep.
There was a lot more to Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz than just going and doing caricatures and making another play and changing the name to Wizard of Ed. It was about coming out. It was about once you find out that there's a whole world of true color out there, accept that color and accept you for who you are.
Exactly.
Once you've accepted yourself for who you are, then it's time for you to go out and be all that you can be.
Yes.
Don't just turn and concentrate on being what you are.
Yep.
If I had to concentrate on being what I was, I probably would still be. Well, if it hadn't been for the fact that I was able to transition, there's a lot of people who are working to try to help them so that they can complete their transition, so they can afford to have the things that I had. And because there are a lot of disfortunate and unfortunate transsexuals out there. And I think in the coming out world, the hardest of all the LGBT groups are transsexuals.
Yeah.
I think we have it harder. We have it much tougher because there's a lot more pain and a lot more challenge, a lot more change, and a lot more motion.
You know exactly that there's a lot more pain.
I have been cut in half and replumbed and everything. Yeah. So yes.
Me too, but my pain's already gone, so I have no troubles that way yet. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So. But once you've gone through that,
and it's worth it.
It is worth it.
Oh yeah.
It's just tough getting there. And there's the one thing that those of us do every day is to reach out to help others. And if somebody needs to come out, and you're not good at it, don't pretend to be good at it.
Right.
Send them to someone out there like us who are.
Yep.
Because we know how to help people. We've been doing it. I've been a mentor now for almost 10 years.
All right.
Now. And I've been mentoring full time for the last 2 years. People coming out, both gay and transsexuals. I have a tendency of staying more along the transsexual line because of the fact that transsexuals have a higher degree percentage-wise per number of transsexuals versus number of gays, percentage-wise of suicide rates, suicides. I.e., why there's only known about 26 living extremes like myself. We met one. We met one in Thailand. Yeah. It was I'm here. No, because you just don't. That's how few there are.
Yeah.
There are a lot of us who are transsexuals.
Yep.
Yeah, but because there's 4 different categories. You get up into the extreme. The reason why there's so few of us is because a lot of us commit suicide. I lost 3 friends who were extreme to suicide, and I almost committed suicide myself.
Yeah. Well, girl, I think that's our advice for this week.
Well, good, and I hope we've gotten some good points across.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I indeed do.
My name's Stephenie.
I'm Steffi. Until
you
next
have a
week.
very nice day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.